Nick?
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm Nick.
I'm Jay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Have a seat. Thank you.
Were you able to find the building without too much trouble?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I found I had to go around the block once.
Oh really? How was the traffic on the way in?
It was a little more than I expected. I made it on time though.
Perfect.
Glad to be here.
Good. How's your day going so far?
Pretty good. Yeah, I had a couple classes this morning, and then I was able to come right on over.
Nice. I was actually excited to see that you're from Coe. I also went to Coe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Is Deb Woolridge still teaching there?
She is. I actually had a class with her this morning. It's called Interviewing, believe it or not.
Wow. Yeah. She was there when I was there as well. So
Oh, wow.
it's good to know she's still there. Good to know there are still good professors teaching at Coe. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and start with the interview. Is that all right with you?
Of course. All set.
Perfect. So we would really just like to know if you are the kind of person that would best fit in with our current employees, as well as an individual that's going to be able to advance our company. StayMates is a company that works well with higher education, so we're definitely interested, and we're hoping that you'll have some good perspective. But definitely, there's a lot of applicants for this position. So,
Okay.
How did you first hear about StayMates?
Oh, wow. When I was a first-year student at Coe College, I was hired to work in the admissions office at Coe College, and I always noticed that StayMate's name was printed on many of the brochures and some of the other materials that Coe College sent out to their potential students. I believe Coe was a client of StayMate's. The next time that I heard about StayMate's, our class, it was a public relations class, we took a field trip to your building, and I met a few of the employees at StayMates, and it was really, really interesting. And I've kind of kept StayMates company's name in the back of my head ever since.
And you're a senior this year, is that correct?
That is correct.
So that you came here your freshman year?
I think I came my sophomore year.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I was here. I wonder if I was the person that gave you the tour or not. I'm not quite sure, but definitely interesting. So, I guess you spoke a little bit about this, but what specifically interests you about our company, other than brochures that you saw from Coe, or maybe what was interesting upon your visit?
Well, good question. I really like public relations, so I want to be somewhere in the field of public relations. And of course, StayMates is a marketing company, so that fits right in. More specifically, I know that StayMates works a lot with institutions of higher education, and that's something that I'm definitely interested in. Obviously, I'm a college student now, so I know what it's like to be in the college setting. But I really enjoy, I think, trying to market things towards that age group of people. And not only am I living that right now, but I think I would be able to do that for a long time in my life, to try and connect with people of that age group.
What specifically about public relations interests you? I noticed that you're a business, administration, communication, and public relations major. So why public relations? Is that the field that you're pursuing most?
Right, good question. I think it's public relations, of course, in that I think public relations to me includes sort of communications itself and art. I've taken a few art courses. I guess really specifically I've taken one course that's specifically in art, but I like design. And design, I think, is a form of art. Public relations encompasses a lot of that. Personally, I've done web design, a little bit of graphic design, and then some other page layout things such as newsletters and brochures. So the art aspect I really enjoy. And then secondly, the communication aspect of public relations. I'm also, of course, a communications major, as you just saw. So I really enjoy trying to find different ways of communicating with people, and trying to find the best medium for communicating across any sort of level.
All right, definitely. So definitely the things that you just described were a lot of art, design, and web page layout. What has prepared you most for a data specialist or data analysis position, since that's what this one is about?
Good question. One of my favorite aspects of building websites is seeing who comes to them. So I spend a lot of my time tracking the data of the websites that I've built, and that gets into a lot of analysis, data analysis. And I found that I really enjoy that. I never really thought of myself too much as a math person. I've taken statistics courses in college, and I'm also obviously a business major, and there's quite a bit of math with the business major. But my favorite part of building websites, yeah, like I said, is looking at the data of how they're used. And that has always intrigued me. So I'm hoping that I can connect with any other sort of data. If it's something that I'm really truly passionate about, similar to higher education, analyzing data in that manner, I think I'd really be able to take a firm grasp of that and really get into it. And I think that's what it is for me. Statistics, I was good at. I did well in the course. And so I think it'd be something that I'd really enjoy.
And where was it that you gained the majority of this experience with, I guess, researching who was coming to the websites and who was looking at your websites? I noticed that you worked at Circle Computer Resources, but yeah, could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Of course. That is probably the main place that I've looked at some of this statistical analysis. I've actually done work for clients where we take their website and transform it for search engine optimization. And then from there, we look at the numbers of their website traffic before, and we look at the numbers in a few months after the changes are made, and then we do a comparative analysis and see how the website improved, where it could improve more from that point. And I love that so much. I think it's my favorite part. So that's been a lot of experience. I've worked with approximately 4 companies, individual companies on their websites with projects similar to that. And before that, I've had a couple personal projects as well that I've done with my own website, and then also my fraternity website at school.
I noticed that on your resume. So why not continue working with CCR or Circle Computer Resources?
Sure. I actually, believe it or not, I applied for a position there, and then really after I thought about it a bit, I realized that I didn't want to stay in website development. I'd rather move to something more towards public relations. And of course, StateMates solely revolves around public relations, so I'd love to be in an atmosphere more so with marketing and public relations than web design, even though I can do that as well. So that's one of the main reasons that I wanted to kind of get away from website design at Circle Computer Resources.
And is this position that you're applying for here with StateMates, is this something that you're considering to be a potential long-term position, or is this something that you're considering kind of just an initial right out of college position? How do you see this position?
Of course, what I really value about this job position is the company that I'd be working for. Like I said, I've kind of kept StateMates in the back of my head. There's something about this company that really intrigues me. And I think it honestly has to do a lot with higher education. Working in that field, in that industry, it would really be something that I'd enjoy doing. And not necessarily a bad thing that the position that I want is something that I'm not a statistics major. I know some schools you have statistic majors. I'm of course a little more well-rounded with business and then of course public relations and communications. So I would hope that while I do have of course some experience in statistical analysis, my well-roundedness would help me really do well, because I think I'll fit in a lot more with the culture of the company, with my other specialties as well. And then eventually, hopefully, I would like to see myself being able to sort of move up within this company if I find that my instincts are true, that this would be somewhere that I really would want to be.
Are there other positions that you're currently applying for as well?
There are. I have applied for, at this time, 2 other positions. Those positions are with my fraternity, and that interview is taking place later this month. And then another position with another local firm here in Cedar Rapids in marketing. That is a position with Van Meter Industrial that I have applied for.
All right. And could you, this is kind of a specific question, but one that we always ask, could you actually provide an example of a time when you were working on a project, but the project didn't quite go the way you'd hoped, and you may have failed either grading or through the grades that you received by your professor, or just you consider it